Hi, Airbenders. This is Carrie Mubarak at wooingnature.life, and this is your love reading. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for subscribing, and be on the lookout for wealth readings, career readings, and also your astro pulse right here on patreon.com. So I am going to be reading from two decks today. The first deck is the Alphabet for Lovers. I love this deck. They have these little bitty heart cards, and the heart cards on the front they have an image, and then on the back they have the Hebrew letter that it's associated with, and then also what the meaning is. So I've taken the liberty to go ahead and pull that card for you, and then I'm going to jump to the tarot so that I can talk a little bit more clearly with you, or so that we can get into some details. Okay, so we'll just connect to our spirits, connecting to the spirit of all of my air signs out there, or people who are heavy on the air side in their astrological chart. I'm talking to my thinkers and my analyzers. I'm thinking to my brainiacs, or talking to my brainiacs and information gatherers of the zodiac: Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or like I said, those people who know their chart and know that they're heavy on the air side. All right, so the card that I pulled for you represents deception and pretense. So if you are in a relationship right now, and if this does not resonate with you, or if you haven't had any inkling whatsoever that your partner has been deceiving you, or has been, you know, putting on a little show that you think might be too much. You know how when you think something is too good to be true, it probably is. There's something lurking. That's the one I'm talking about. So if this doesn't resonate with you, don't go and accuse your partner of something that you haven't thought that was going on in the first place. It's a time to be watchful, not accusatory. Okay, so we're not going to accuse anybody of anything, but we are looking at deception and pretense here. So hopefully you can see this card. It's a little small card, so I hope you can see the image here. But we have a woman, and that can be woman, man, whoever you are, wherever you sit. And we have another person over here who's got on this tiger mask. Now, this person might have some prowess in the bedroom. This person might have a real strong personality. This person may appear to be very sexy, very, sultry. It's somebody who can definitely seduce you. Tigers are kind of seductive. When we talk about somebody being a tiger, or a cougar, you got that kind of energy going on, which is appealing. You know what I'm saying? It draws you in. It keeps you interested. Let me turn this light out my eye a little bit because I see I'm squinting. Sorry about that. Ooh, Lord. Got y'all all jacked up. I apologize about that. But I just didn't want that light in my eye. Okay, that's much better for me. All right, so he or she or they are, they know how to put it on. I'm seeing a sharp dresser here. I see you undressing here. And I also see that you're really caught up in their showcase and how they present. And that's cool because, we don't want anybody who's not going to present well. We understand that. But what's going on here is they're juggling possibly more than one person or more than one thing, which means that you are not their priority. And then they're also kind of throwing up some smoke and mirrors kind of thing for you. Deflection, oh, baby, I got a meeting tonight. Something like that. Or they may even do it with flattery. So they're flattering you, and everybody loves the flattery. So why are you going, a kiki, a kiki? They got other stuff going on. So that's what you want to be mindful of, okay? And you want to be watching. Now remember, we're not accusing, we're just observing and asking questions, A lot of times people in relationships, they don't ask questions. What they're doing is just accepting everything at face value and not saying anything other than, oh, that's, oh, ooh, okay, all right. In a relationship, there's that part of it, and then there's also the other part of it, which is more grounded. It's about who you are together spiritually. There's a spiritual connection, and I'm not saying that you can't have fun, but in this situation, this is not going to end up being fun for you. So we're not even really talking about fun now, are we? No, we are not. All right, I'm jumping into the tarot here, and there's already been two cards that have dropped out. The first one is the Queen of Wands. Now, I love the Queen of Wands because the Queen of Wands is fierce. She is independent. She is aware. She is astute. She keeps her mind on her money and her money on her mind. Whatever your money is, that's your wealth. It could be your own gifts, your own talents, wherever your wealth lies. It's not just about money. But she's a confident somebody. So, however you identify, you need to identify with the confidence of the Queen of Wands. She is also, of course, because she is the queen, she is intuitive, she is insightful. She is someone who is aware of the nuances. She's not just looking at the surface, she's also looking at what's going on underneath. That's why this black cat is right here. Okay? Excuse me. I'm seeing sunflowers here, and sunflowers are associated with the deity Oshun. Hold on one second. I got to get my water. All right, that's better. So I'm seeing a sunflower. Sunflowers I associate with the deity Oshun. Oshun is the spirit that comes to us or that we go to when we're dealing with issues of love and also sometimes money. So for those of you who are inclined that way, I would seek Oshun, connect with Oshun. And matter of fact, if Oshun is present today, we're glad to have her here to guide this reading. Thank you, Oshun. I've got the Ten of Pentacles coming in reverse. So there is an ideal here that you have. There's an ideal partnership or relationship that you're looking at. It involves family and long term and possibly children and somebody that you know you're going to spend the rest of your life with and that you're going to build together. But that's not happening in this relationship. Why? Because we already operating with some level of deception and deceit. So if there's deception and deceit in the relationship, airbenders, we already know. You don't even need to go any further because now there's a trust issue. And if there's a trust issue from the jump street, then talking about fixing it and all of that kind of stuff, you can try, and I would say that counseling is going to be the best bet for you. But once that shred of doubt goes into your head, it is really, really hard to get it out. That's why trust and communication is so very important in a relationship. Okay? With the Five of Swords here coming out, I'm seeing that there is a past relationship that is similar to this relationship that you've already been through. That means you're cycling back. And if you're cycling back, like, you left somebody else because they was doing the same boufale, the same bullshit, and you said, oh no, I can't do this anymore, and you walked away from the situation. But when you walked away from the situation, you carried a whole lot of baggage with you. And when you carry the baggage with you, you're bound to repeat the same thing over again. And when I say baggage, let me be clear, because everybody talks about carrying baggage, but what do we mean when we're talking about baggage? The baggage that you're really carrying is the part of yourself that drew that person into your life to teach you a lesson that you did not learn. Okay? It's not the like every time you have been heartbroken or you've been in a relationship that went sour, you always carry a little bit of that with you. You don't want to carry it into the new relationship because you don't want to taint the new relationship. But what you have to do is process what's going on with you and drawing this type of person to you. So I am getting that, there's some things that you didn't think about, or there's some thought patterns that are embedded in your psyche that you have to deal with, because otherwise you're going to carry that same stuff with you. And the past is going to be walking like a piece of gum on your shoe, sticking you to the ground. You don't want that. We have the Prince of Swords also coming in reverse. Now, the Prince of Swords is somebody who is really gung-ho for you. This is somebody who will do anything, not anything, but they will do the most for you. They love you. They will protect you. They feel good when they're around you. Like, they feel good when you're with them. That's the kind of relationship that you want. Or that's the kind of start that you want. The princes are related to young love, or burgeoning love, or budding love, stuff like that. But because it's in reverse, it tells me that this person that you are dealing with, actually, they don't have that feeling. Either that, or they're pretending to have that, and that's not really there. It may be there for you, but it's not really there for them, because they're playing around. They're not taking the relationship as seriously as you are. This could be a serial game player. Six of Wands also in reverse. Six of Wands is about moving on, which tells me it's like giving you the push, or having the right support that will give you the push so that you're not going through this again and again and again and again and again. Somebody out there is trying to say, hey, red flag, red flag. Could be a friend, could be associate, could be a parent. But somebody who sees this person for who they are, and they're trying to push you away from them. You may think, well, it's because they ain't got nobody, or because they ain't happy, they don't want me to be happy. That's not always the case. You got to consider the source. Now, if the source is somebody that that heretofore they've always had your back, and they're telling you this person isn't right, why would you think that they're trying to stab you in the back some kind of way? Now, if it's somebody who you think is, full of shit, then that's another story. But either way it goes, you are, you're getting the support from other people to move on. But I don't think you're listening. Okay? You're not listening to them. Because you're being, finessed. And sometimes when we're being finessed, we like to be finessed. We like the idea of love. And I'm going to tell you, air signs, y'all are good for that right there. Y'all love the idea of love. But love is a lot stronger than just this, than bells and whistles. Love is a lot louder than bells and whistles. The sound is more resonant than that. And so you have to find that within yourself. See, this goes back to this Five of Swords right here. You have to find that resonance within yourself. You have to resonate with you. And by resonate with you, I mean, sing your own song. Find your own voice. Know what's good for you. Make decisions that are right for you within the relationship, because relationships are interdependent. They're interdependent, meaning that you have your life, they have their life, and then there's where the twain meet. I like to think of it like the Venn diagram. This is your life and all that's in it. This is this person's life and all that's in it. And somewhere in the middle is where you all have those commonalities, or the things that, where you can agree upon. That's where the relationship really is. That doesn't mean that you're ignoring all the other stuff about yourself, and then that other person can't be ignoring all the other stuff about themselves. You have to have your own independent nature, their own independent nature, and then where y'all meet is glorious. But you can't do that if somebody lying to you and they're full of shit. Can't do it. So I got two princesses here coming in the reverse. I've got the Princess of Wands and the Princess of Swords. Both of these are messenger cards. Okay. So there's a double message here. The message is take the best of who you are and walk forward into your life. Take the best of who you are and walk forward into your life. And don't take your mind off that. Now, what's going to happen when you do that? What's going to happen is when somebody approaches you, when you are taking the best of who you are forward, when somebody approaches you and they say something that to get you off that, or they say something that, or they do something, or you find yourself doing things that put you in the background or that diminish your full self, or you find yourself doing what they're doing but not really doing your thing, then that's where it begins. So they want you to put your best foot forward and carry the best of who you are forward at all times. I'm getting the feeling here that the reason for that is sometimes we're not looking at ourselves, and we're not looking at the best of ourselves. We're looking for somebody to fill a gap, or we're looking for somebody to fulfill us. But when you're already full, and I know you all have heard this 100 million different ways from 100 million different YouTube readers or Patreon readers or whatever, is you can't operate in that way thinking that somebody can fulfill you. You're already full. You're already whole. So you're just putting these two whole selves together and seeing, what's next for you, or seeing how you can grow together. So you got to always have that. And then the Princess of Swords is telling the truth. Now, both of these cards came in reverse, which tells me, air signs, that these are two things that you need to do. You need to speak your truth. You need to ask questions. Remember I said ask questions? Ask pointed questions, especially of this joker right here. Because then they're going to start, okay, that's what you've got to do. You got to be firm, and you got to be direct. And see, when you are walking in this power right here, and when you are also operating like this, where you're putting your best forward, or you're taking your best forward into your future, or into the world, or the world around you, and you start speaking up for yourself, or not just speaking up for yourself, but just asking questions. Like this right here is just asking questions to me. Just ask pertinent questions, oh baby, you beautiful. Am I the most beautiful person you ever seen in your life, or is there somebody else that's more beautiful than me? Let me see what you gonna say to that. Oh, we quit playing. I'm not playing, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Well, we gonna go and do this, and I just see us doing great things together. We gonna travel, we gonna do. You got your passport? You got your passport? Well, no, I ain't got my passport. Well, where we gonna go? Down the street? Well, I mean, what's wrong with that? We can go down the street. Okay. I'm just seeing where we going. Because, see, I got places to go. Gotta ask pertinent questions. So, yeah, I see the ideal here, but I would say slow down. Take a moment. Take a pause for the cause. Be with your people. Spend time with your friends, family, whatever. Take a little break. Come back to it. Look at it with fresh eyes. Don't be all up under somebody's armpit all the time. Get your little breaks in. Be like, you know what, baby? I'm going to take this weekend and just have some me time, okay? Then when you come back in on Monday, you might see things differently. Especially after you done meditated and prayed with Oshun. Because she's speaking today about these deceivers. Okay? All right, so be on the lookout for it. Like I said, if it doesn't resonate with you, if you feel like, your person is 100% above board and you haven't had any questions to date about this person, or you haven't been questioning at all, then don't worry about this and don't start dreaming up stuff that isn't true. Just take it for what it is. If you need your personal love reading, you know where to find me. I'm at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. Please check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're there. Look for Wooing Nature there. We thank you for your support. And as always, I hope you have a great day and you're having a wonderful life.